That makes sense. So you guys set out to follow this trail to Fafan. Let's just flash over to a nice wooded area. How are you, or how encumbered are folks? So who's all carrying the 50 pounds of rations that they have?
I know I am, and the sheet doesn't like give a scale for encumbrance. It just gives you the level to choose. So
that's something
I
that
guess
I need to add.
Sorry, I have to interject one last time. It seems like Griffin is either getting shorter every time he goes to sit down, or his camera is really just pointed at the ceiling.
It could be a mixture of both, or any, or I don't think this chair has a control for up or down. I'll look later.
You're very much just falling off of the camera, and there's nothing I can do about it, because there's no crop is going to make you more in camera.
Also, unconsciously slumping my chair. I'm just, like, slowly becoming a halfling more and more every day, until, like, finally I'll just, like, disappear and not even be here.
We'll just hear a voice.
Play with your face down,
Hi, guys.
like a little shrimp.
I'm the halfling hacker. How you doing? We're playing Shadowrun now. Here we go. It is just only on strength, though. So as long as I sit up straight and take a look, I have... How much strength? I have 6 and 94. So, taking a look at that, I can lift 140 pounds. I'm encumbered at 9. I'm light encumbered up to 17, medium 34. I am, at the least, heavily encumbered at 51. I am crawling along.
So you're crawling along. That's why it takes 2 days. It's because you're dragging your feet behind you. So mechanically, for how you toss that aside, I believe it takes remove a worn backpack. To remove a backpack, which I assume is where you're carrying everything, it takes 1d4 penetrating plus 1 seconds. So until you take that time to, if you get attacked, to toss that off, then you're going to be heavily encumbered. How is everyone else handling the extra 50 pounds of weight they're carrying?
What 50 pounds of weight?
Well, are you buying rations?
I bought 1 week's worth of rations, trail rations.
Oh, you bought trail. Oh, so that's only 20.
Oh.
It's 20? Okay.
And I don't generally carry anything else other than a sword, shield, and my ropes, so I'm good.
I got 19 strength, so I'm fine.
Yeah, with your 19 strength, you can carry 47 pounds with no encumbrance.
Yeah. 13
with a 13, with you are at 17 pounds no encumbrance. So if you're carrying all this stuff, you're going to be medium encumbered. So if you're carrying all 50 pounds, you're medium encumbered until you toss it off at the beginning of combat. So.
Okay.
So you guys are. Yeah, just remember to shrug the weight.
What really preserves your food is when you toss it all over the fucking ground.
Well, it's not just bear food.
Yeah.
Well, it's not bear food. We didn't.
Bear never hurt us.
Griff didn't buy the bear, so obviously it's not bear food.
I'm a bear, so I'll just.
I think if any of us is a bear, it's Dennis.
That's possible.
Why am I a bear? I don't want to be a bear. It's a great song, by the way. It's a great song.
I don't want to be a bear?
Yeah, by the Descendants. Yeah, it's about minute 30. Check it out.
I don't know if I've ever heard that song.
You gotta listen to it, yeah. They got great songs like I'm Not a Loser and all kinds of things.
I don't want to be a bear.
I don't want to be a bear. I don't want to be a loser.
Right.
Are they all based on that premise? Like each song, it's just I don't want to be something?
No. They're just big coffee drinkers.
All right.
All right. So, can I get everyone's tokens right about here? Oh, I need to turn off this grid. Can I get everyone's tokens on the map so I know in what order you guys are walking?
Okay, I put myself out there. I do find the grid handy enough for at least like putting tokens out, though. It always sizes them all.
I'm huge.
What's the word?
I don't want to be a Goliath. All right. I'm going to use this opportunity to
Standardize. That's what it is. It's standardized the sizes. That's right.
Why did none of your tokens save? All right. I'm going back and resaving your tokens from
Mine
onto your
did.
character sheets.
Yeah, good question.
Mine saved. I dragged it out. I have all the circles. I have the health bar. I have
Why can't
everything.
I see anything?
You don't have a token out.
Oh, I see. Because I dragged out my picture, not the sheet, basically.
Yeah, try it again
right.
now. Oh,
So this worked out for me perfectly.
I can't see anything. Am I supposed to be seeing something on my Hackmaster?
No, there shouldn't be dynamic lighting on.
I can see everything. What are you talking about? Oh wait, I should be able to see everything though because I don't see anything. I'm in the weird inverse. I see nothing, so I see everything.
Ah.
Let me check.
I particularly enjoy the two oil fields we have on the right hand side.
We got
what
oil
browser
fields?
are you using?
Do you not see
yeah,
those?
we sure do. I think that's just like dark cave though, but yeah.
Well, we're gonna need that to build steel.
Gotta collect resources.
I mean, how else are we gonna take over the world? I mean, I don't know what their goals here are.
Take over the world seems like a pretty good goal.
I mean, I'm working at it every night, but that stupid sidekick of mine, he's really tall and an elf. Hey, don't drag me out. I was exactly where I wanted to be.
Like on the very edge of the map.
He said, put yourselves on the map over here, whereabouts you want to be. Okay, so 3/4 off of the map is exactly where I want to be.
Yeah, I think you want to like put on the what is it, like the Warhammer rules. Like you set up on like this quarter of the table and actually on the table or something.
I am on the table. I can see where my token is.
What's the 34? Is that the like proximity of my hit or?
Oh yeah. So for the green circle is where you're engaged with your mace, and then the yellow circle is your engaged range.
Okay.
Dennis, we're waiting on your little fella.
Oh, I thought he was out already.
No, Eli thought it would be a good idea to delete you and then not say anything.
Oh, I deleted you because you didn't have the circles around you.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
No worries. That's entirely my fault for deleting you. And then,
have you heard that song from the Descendants? I don't want little circles around me.
I don't want to be deleted. How are you dragging out your token, by the way, Dennis?
I just pull him off the bio.
Oh, if you just drag him off the his name on the character sheet thing, it'll pull out your token with all the circles and stuff.
So like if I just do that, doesn't work.
So is this the walking order that you have? You have Karamiko's like 30 feet back, Werlin in the. Let's say you're going down this path here, up like kind of north.
Yeah, so I'll like put myself like here.
Oh, okay. Sorry, here, I'll adjust.
Am I being a little bit too confident?
Moving to a different corner.
There we go. I see where the road is now. I'm on it.
For real?
He's on it. He's ready. He's ready for battle.
As far away from your brother as possible.
Look, if a battle starts, we all know that getting off the map is the first step to surviving.
You can't fight me. I've fled the battlefield.
First turn evacuation.
Look, we did that 5 minutes ago on break.
So, you guys are traveling from Terran to Fafan, and for the first few hours, it's a nice trip. It's a nice pine forest, and you're moving along the river, and you're within sight of the village, and it's generally nice. But as you continue on, it starts to just be a little bit of a slog. The road has mainly improved since the large rain that happened, that especially caused the collapse, because that did happen a while ago. And so the footing's nice, and it's sturdy enough that it's not overly wearing you out. However, as you're traveling, it starts to take its toll, and eventually, by the time night starts to fall, you're ready to bed down and set up a watch. Are you guys going to use any campfires? Are you going to Are you going to set any watch? And if so, what is the watch order now that you have a new party member in Elka?
Well, as far as it seems, no one seems to have indicated that there's like any like bandits on the road to keep out watch for or anything like that, or like dangers. Starting a campfire seems perfectly normal.
Well, the one danger is that these forests. So if I flip back to this map here of Slen and the entire region, is let me go to right. If I circle back to here, this forest is primarily known as an area that has danger because Slen will attack through these forests to attack Shinabeth. And that's why some of these towns are down here are a little bit more reinforced or might have even more troops than others, is that the Slen uses more small unit tactics in like berserk clerics and just like people that have been driven to like fanatical rages, while Shinabith uses a lot of like larger unit tactics with a whole like with lots of pikemen and lots of large unit formation. So being in the forest doesn't fit Shinabith's tactics, but Slen loves to attack through these woods. So there is a danger of them. Not necessarily bandits, but Slen.
Elka's from Slen, so you may
Right. So maybe avoiding their attention would be great, but at the same time, you said like their tactics aren't fit for this terrain anyway.
That's Shinabith.
Oh,
people
okay.
To the south. Yeah. The people to the north like to attack through the woods.
Okay, yeah. So maybe not so much fire. Maybe like we'll cook our meal and then we'll put it out.
Yeah, people from Slen are real bastards. I mean, you don't want to associate with them ever.
Yep. And here you are.
So yeah, so I think that'll be the plan. And as far as watch, I'll take first watch, I guess.
First watch to Griff.
I'm sorry, which watch did you want to be on?
Let's put you on third.
The blind man.
Well,
who can see everything.
Well, then I guess it won't matter what time of night it is.
I mean, I haven't said in character that I'm blind, so I'm just throwing it out there.
I'll take last watch.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just assuming Whirlin has put 2 and 2 together between he seems like he can see everything, but he has a mask that prevents his vision. He's got something going on, so I'm just going to make fun of the fact he's not looking at anything.
Yeah, are dolphins nocturnal? Like, how does that work?
I don't know, are they? You've been looking everything else up today. Why don't you look that up?
Alright. So yeah, so I'll take first.
Werlin first. Who's on second watch?
No, who's on third?
No, what?
No, what? No. Werlin's on first. Who's on second? Wen's on third.
I'll take second watch.
Second watch is Elka. Third watch. Does Karamoikos agree to be on third watch?
Sure. If that's what you want to see happen.
And then would that be Eric on fourth watch then?
Yep.
Could always pull the ultimate murder mystery move and just have Finn and Orrible doing the watches.
Yeah, we'll have them be on this another fifth watch so that you guys don't have to watch as long, and then
look, when one of them gets supernaturally taken over to dig up their dead baby and do whatever they got to do, we will never know, and Eli doesn't have to explain to us because they aren't people that are here. So
they aren't people. I don't have to explain it to them.
So I guess we have an order. Who needs to roll and how many dead babies?
Great question. That's a fantastic question.
Very astute.
Yeah. Did you have a question, Dennis? Did you say question, or are you just complimenting the?
I was complimenting.
Oh, okay. Well, surprisingly, the night passes by without a single dead baby.
What?
And you wake up.
Well, that's statistically impossible given the number of deaths and child mortality rates here in the fantasy world.
A dead baby far away.
All right. Well, maybe in the middle of the night there might be one or two baby glimpses, but it seems like you might have chosen a spot to camp that might have only had one dead baby as
He's
opposed
just stalking us from behind the tree, occasionally looking around the corner.
Nothing too creepy. Just a neighborhood dead babies.
It's normal, you know. The
Babies
world's
gonna
filled with
die.
necromancy. It's just what we come to expect.
Get its autograph. I know it from Ally McBeal.
There was a lot of experience locked up in that whole dead baby, though.
Some like Pet Cemetery shit.
Yeah, that's a question. Like, does a necromancer do they have magic to sense what skeleton they're gonna raise? Because if they just go into a cemetery, like, there's a chance that they get a number of baby skeletons. Like, that's a
They might opt for that, honestly. But yeah, so we sleep through the night. That's good.
So you sleep through the night and successfully make it through, alive, and you set off for Fafan with excited to reach it on the next day. You guys have so far moved away from the upper Bith River. You've had to make one small crossing over a tributary, but there seemed to be a wooden bridge built there, and so you were able to just cross it without any trouble.
Wow, it's like it's a well-traveled road or something.
It's like it's somewhat well traveled, yeah. It does look like a very simple wooden bridge, and as you're crossing, you do notice there looks like there's signs of where there were other bridges that might have even been burned down in the past or destroyed, but it looks like they're okay with just rebuilding it. As you're continuing on to Fafan, I need everyone to make opposed observation, or in the case of Theta, make an opposed listening check.
Ooh, wow! I rolled a 4.
Make sure to hit the opposed.
Wow.
Yep.
No luck for me, everybody.
So,
I mean, it's
or
still
for Elka.
very hard to sneak up on me still.
So as you're moving forward along the road, you turn a bend, and Karamikos and Elka on that opposed roll, your senses are starting to your spidey senses are tingling a little bit, and as you round the bend in the path, Elka, you notice that there are some figures in the bushes around you. It looks like some sort of ambush, and as you start noticing that, as Karamikos, as you as your echolocation senses are telling you that there are some folks ahead, that's when they choose to step out, and you see there's one of them with a bow trained on you, and the other 3 others step out with what looks like swords, clubs, and maybe a rusted mace as well, and they call out to you, "Hey, halt! Where you going?" And we'll shift back over to this forest map. Y'all are about moving right up here. Well, just as you like, Karamikos.
Perfect.
You aren't even on the map at that point, I think.
No, I am. I'm sitting right here. I see where I am.
Tiny sliver.
I can still grab my token. It's good.
As several folks step out of the woodworks, oh, that's the wrong one, or not the wrong one. If you'll notice, this fella here has that symbol right there with the arrows protruding out of his back. That's because he's got a bow, and so he plans on sticking you full of arrows. So, and he's got a bow. He's got it knocked and trained on the lead few of you. And this one here calls out, "Stop where you're going right now!"
Why is that? Who the hell are you?
He's speaking in Dej, by the way.
I believe I have Dej.
I have
everything. Yeah, I have Dej at 24.
I
so
have
I'm fine.
everything.
Where are you from?
Anywhere I want to be.
That works perfectly. He calls out, "I am Finbar, and but that doesn't matter to you. All that matters to you is handing over any silver you have before anyone gets hurt."
Well, Finbar, what makes you think we even have any money? We're a bunch of poor, destitute losers like you.
Hey, we're not losers. You're the one who's going to be losing here.
Oh yeah, like
No
I've never seen
silver?
banditry before. It's not the first time I've tried to rob someone either.
Yeah,
well,
you tell him.
Well, then you know what's going to happen here, and give us over your stuff.
Yeah, and you know what it feels like whenever you find someone who just doesn't have any money. At this point, I'm going to just try getting into it with a petty argument. I'm going to be a distraction for a while. Because they probably haven't seen Karamikos, because he's just way too far away from us. If Karamikos wants to do something, now would be the time, but I'm going to basically just keep them busy for a while.
Cast darkness on Merlin.
Do you have the skill fast talking?
Or I have the skill distraction.
So fast talking would be something that would keep him out of like distracted while you're in out of combat. But if you're distracting him, a distraction is combat distraction.
Okay.
Distraction is like making really loud noises and
walk up to him and slap him, and then distract him.
Right, we'll have to cover exactly how that works in the future then. But yeah.
If you'd like to cause a distraction, then we could certainly. They don't mind starting combat.
Yeah. You were saying you had fast talk, Lunella.
I do.
Why not? Why don't you give it a try? Since you seem to be feeling out what Merlin's up to.
If you are from Slen, I let you torture me later.
A bold opening offer.
If you let us go, faster, please.
So you're offering to let them torture you?
I'm just fast talking. I'm ripping. I don't
know. All right. So let me double check if fast talking is opposed. So you're just a confident rapid fire flurry of seemingly valid jargon and bullshit meant to confuse the target. All right, that's all right. So this should give you the fast talker a bit of time to take an action such as slipping past a checkpoint or running from an encounter. What is your skill level in fast talking?
19.
All right, so this will give you an extra 1d4 seconds in which to act, where you can just, so confuse it and allow you guys to get an extra 1d4 seconds of actions. What would you like to use that extra 1d4 seconds to do?
I'm going to use it to drop my bag.
All right, so first, roll 1d4 seconds, Lunella. Roll 1d4 exclamation P. Let's see how much time you've actually bought. Five seconds. So I need you're spewing out this load of bullshit for 5 seconds. What are you doing for 5 seconds, Lunella?
I will also drop my bag.
All right, and Dennis, what is Eric doing?
I'm going to draw my sword, and I can move too, right?
Yeah, with these 5 seconds, essentially, I'm going to basically give them a -5 penalty on their, or like I'll give them a +5 penalty on their initiative. So you're drawing your sword, and you're going to start engaging.
I'm going to move this way.
All right, and then Karamikos, what are you going to do?
I mean, since I heard them coming from the woods, couldn't I have started drawing my shield and sword like the moment I heard them?
Yeah, so we're going into initiative. So they let me start combat. So for those of you that heard them, which is going to be Elka and Karamikos, you're going to roll a a D6. For everyone else, you're on a D8.
All right.
Start
I
at a
introduce
1.
that to a D6. 4. I'm really fast. That's good. And then you said we did get like 4 seconds of actions, or 5, right?
Yeah, so I'm basically mechanically how that's going to work is I'm going to delay each of their initiatives 5 seconds.
That makes sense. Looks like they all rolled pretty low too, so.
Rolling okay today?
So Elka, what you're going to do is you're going to click on your character sheet, or click on your character, and then open your character sheet, and then under initiative, you're going to change that to a D6, and then hit roll.
Sorry, just looking for it.
Yeah, it's the
Right-hand
top
side.
right under saving throws, under quick references. Find that. And then you want to make sure that you're clicking. So in the future, just make sure to click your character before, like your character token before you do that.
Got it.
But for now, I'll just add you to the initiative. All right. So on second one, Karamikos, what would you like to do?
I guess I'll start by drawing my my shield, which is what, D4 penetrating?
Yep. I think it's on your back, correct?
Cool. Yeah.
So it's 1d4 plus 1. So it'll just take 2 seconds. Awesome. And you rolled a 1. All right. So second 2, second 3, you're still chatting with these folks. You're spewing nonsense, and Karamikos, you have your shield out and on.
In the background of the scene, just pulling the shield out the sword. You guys are just talking still. Yeah, I pull out the sword.
What just happened? Uh-oh. Lunella crashed.
Oh, did she? I thought she was just super tense.
Her entire computer crashed. I guess all of our computers are just blowing up today. She'll be back in a moment, but until then, I guess while we still have her camera. Aw, little dog.
I like the fact with his shirt on the side, you can't tell that he's there. Well, you couldn't for a second.
Yeah.
So it's just like Griffin for a second was a dog.
Gotta
Griffin
keep
the
her
dog.
nice and cuddled so she doesn't make as much noise. Gotta move my
Aw.
Yu-Gi-Oh deck now. Everyone's doing something, so she feels ignored.
Aw.
Pay attention, internet. Pay
All right,
attention.
so that's second 3. Second 4, Karamikos, you're up again.
I guess I'm gonna start moving.
All right.
What's the... Shoot. 5, right?
Uh-huh.
Is it 5 or
5 is
7?
the walk speed, 10 is the jog.
10 is jog. Well, I could have been moving all those other turns, right?
While you're grabbing stuff from your backpack.
My shield. My shield was 3. We're on 4 now, so 2 turns of movement still could have applied.
Yeah, I would say you'd move it. You could move at a walk speed while you're taking your backpack, your shield off your back.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be 4 seconds of movement then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can
well,
move
walk
20
speed
feet.
would be. Yeah. Okay. I just. Well, no, that would be.
Walk speed is 5 feet.
Yeah,
so
well,
4
I mean that would be
seconds.
20 plus 10 plus 10, so that would be. Ooh, there we lost her.
Yep.
So that'd be 30 total.
Yes.
Okay. Wait, no. 20 plus 10 plus 10 is 40. Sorry.
No. So there are 2 seconds of walking, so that'd be 10.
Well,
plus
no,
2 seconds of jogging.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. For some reason, I'm sorry. I'm dumb. In my head, for some reason, I took 4 seconds to pull out my shield, even though I rolled for 2 seconds. All right, I got it.
Yep. We were both thinking the same thing, but then just.
Dennis is giving us the one eye. Oh no, there we go.
All right. Make sure to hit done then,
Yeah.
and then hey little Werlin, Whalen, what would you like to do, Mr. Dog?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and drop my bag real quick. I think that's a D4 -1.
Yep, or a D4 +1.
Okay, D4 +1. I'm just going to hit the D4 button because I got one hand. That's going to be 5. Is that also penetrating?
It is also penetrating.
That's another D4, right?
Yep, and then this one do a 1d4 -1. And make sure to do the exclamation. Oh, so 0.
Yeah, so 0 extra, but that's still going to be 5 seconds, and I'm going to pull out my weapon afterwards, so I'll go ahead and delay 6 now, I suppose.
What size weapon do you have?
The short sword, so they're small.
So that will take 0 seconds, so it will just be that 5 seconds.
Okay, and if I pull both of them out, that would still be 0 seconds.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and delay 5, and I'll have my weapons out afterwards.
All right. So that's you delayed 5 seconds. Karamikos on second 5.
All right.
And Lunella's back. And you can get transformed into a dog like one of our other players.
Elka fears dogs.
Of course, why not, right? Dog hair gets into your flay wounds.
All right, second 6. Karamikos again.
This is where
Second
starting at the
7.
back was a real hindrance.
Yeah. You're lucky I moved you all the way over here to the bottom of the map instead
Hey,
of...
at the same time, I'm still already in front of the fight.
Second 8, Karamikos. All right. And now Elka the Bear, what would you like to do? You've spewed your bullshit, and the brigands seemed sufficiently confused. And in that process, you've seen Karamikos jog through the entire party and rush across the right to get around and engage.
All right. I'll run up to the guy over here.
So, do you have your shield out?
Yes.
Do you have your mace out?
Yes.
Did you say you had those out?
No, but I crashed.
Well, so you'd have to say it like before the combat.
I take out my mace and my shield.
So your shield will take 1d4 exclamation P plus 1 seconds to take out and put on.
Okay.
So you can do slash roll 1d4 exclamation P plus 1. All right, and then so plus 1. So if you delay 3 seconds, then you'll have out your shield.
Okay.
All right. And when you click on your character in the top left, it'll say delay, and you can click on that, and then it'll ask you a prompt, and you say 3.
Sorry, I'm just getting used to your character sheet.
Yeah. So click on your character, like on your token. And in the top left, it'll say delay.
Sorry. Oh, there.
You find it?
And then re-roll.
No. Hit delay. 3. Because that's how long you're going to delay. And then it'll delay your character those 3 seconds.
Okay.
Right? And so now your character for the next 3 seconds is pulling out their shield and strapping it on.
Okay.
So on second 9, let's see. Every brigand except for... Yep. What are you going to do, Karamikos?
I am actually going to stop where I am and begin casting a spell.
Okay.
That spell takes 2 seconds, so I'll delay 2 seconds.
Delay 2 seconds. All right. You stop, begin casting. Whirlin, your backpack's off. Your hair is fluffed.
Yes, I've now coiffed it perfectly. I'll go ahead and spend 1 second moving over here. So that'll be a done.
All right. This brigand goes, "Oi! Hey, that's just a load of bullshit. They don't want... She's not going to let us torture her. Get him!"
That's such a cute doggo.
And he's going to move to the edge of this lip here.
She's precious.
This brigand up here is preparing to fire, so he's going to delay to aim. this brigand here is rather rather unhappy with this whole situation, and Karamikos did just run up, so he is going to move at a jog to right here, and he is going to try to stab you, Karamikos.
All right.
All right. Let's see. Here is his attack. He's got an old short sword, and that is a dirty 20 to hit you.
Oof.
Well, I also have a 20, so.
That is also a 20. And so he will hit your shield. So that does
Get
damage
less
to
than
your
11.
shield. What was that?
I said get less than 11.
I'll do what I can. Ooh.
1 is oftentimes less than 11.
1 is oftentimes I do actually find that it is less than
Sometimes
11.
it's 11 times.
Depends on your numerical base.
It really does. It depends on how you're feeling. But today he's feeling like 1 is less than 11. So he swings and hits you on the shield, which isn't going to do anything to your spell casting. So, and even if you did get struck while spell casting, I believe with cleric spells it would stop your spell, but you wouldn't lose the casting. Unlike mage spells, where if you get interrupted while casting,
it's like they made this whole class of character that's just total bullshit, and really no reason to choose any other career. It's weird.
Other than
hey, we've made like 54 classes that can do anything, and then here's his 8 base because you expected to see it.
Yep. So, second 10. We get this brigand here who's going to jump down, hop down onto the level that you guys are at, and we've got Werlin.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and head towards Karamikos. I'm going to go ahead and do a run. I believe I am outside of his... I need to stay outside of the yellow circle, right?
This is going to turn out bad for you.
Yes.
Okay, so I am running here. So that's going to be 1 second and done.
All right. Yeah, so you moved, that was 15 feet, correct?
20. I thought running was 20.
It is... It's a walk is 5, a jog is 10, a run is 15, and then a sprint is 20.
There's no consequence for breaking out to a sprint right here?
Well, you can't go from a jog to a sprint. You have to
okay, so I'll just
build
move
acceleration.
5 fewer speed. So I'm here. There we go. Done. Easy.
And second 11. It's back to you to move.
Let's keep moving. I'm making my way downtown. So I am maneuvering, and I end up about here.
Okay. And make sure to hit done.
Yep, there we go.
And this fella here is going to move forward. He's a little concerned about both Elka the bear and Eric, both being there and without his fighting. So he's actually going to move at a jog in this direction, since he sees you running past and he's got all his buddies over here that he can help. Karamikos, what spell have you chosen to cast?
Darkness. Specifically, Veil of Darkness.
All right, how big of an area does that
15
capture?
radius.
Can I add another aura? I cannot. What I'm going to add is another token, which let's see. Here's a where are you putting it on? Where would you like to put it?
It's me. It's centered on me.
Centered on me. All right. So
no,
I'm
centered on me. Jokes.
All right.
Putting that in chat too as a reminder.
I'm going to say it's controlled by everyone. And here is I think everyone should be able to see this. Does everyone see that kind of dark?
Yep, sure do.
All right. So that everywhere in that area is just suddenly boom, total darkness. What that means is what Karamiko's just put in the chat. So there's a -4 to attack, or a -8 to attack, and a -4 to your defense, unless you have blind fighting or some other ability like Karamiko's does. And then hit done, Karamikos. And Elka the Bear. You've got your shield on. You see Karamikos run up on the right, and then all of a sudden, boom, darkness.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
I will run up to the guy outside of the darkness.
Right. You can move 10 feet, and the way you can see a measurement of how far you can move is if you click on your token, start to drag it like you're going to move it, but without releasing it, right click. Did that work for you? Oh, perfect. And then that's your movement for this turn. So then hit done.
Just done?
Yeah, yep, just done. That'll delay you 1 second.
Did you code all this?
Yep. Those are just macros.
Done. Okay.
All right. This brigand here is startled by this darkness, and he saw you just ahead of him. This figure all in black, and he everything falls away, and so he is actually going to just fall back.
But does he have any idea where he's at right now?
He's just going to walk back 5 feet.
Trip over a bush.
Just starts walking back from where he last saw you. And that's second 11. So then we get on second 12. And I like to let players go first on second 12. So that will be Karamikos and Elka the Bear. Which would you like to do?
Am I able to swing this turn, or do I need to wait weapon speed?
You are engaged, but you did have your weapon out.
I want to run up to this guy again.
So that's a tricky situation, because the game does say that if you're engaged by another, and that's what I was bringing up threw a pen around this morning, that if drawing ready or in the midst of doing something while engaged with a hostile opponent, so you're gonna have to wait your weapon speed. Right. Because you were in the middle of casting while you became engaged. And what's your perfect? You delayed your weapon speed. And Elka, would you like to move up and attack him?
Yeah.
All right. So this fella here, so you can move at a walk or a jog, so 5 to 10, and all you have to do is move far enough that the edge of your green hits their token, and then that's when you can start attacking. For those viewers that are watching, the reason why you can't see other people, like every character has a circle of green and yellow around their character that shows their engagement range. Green is where you is your weapon reach, and that's how far you can attack someone. And everyone else has a yellow bubble too, which is your weapon reach +5, and that's your engaged range, where you're still considered engaged. But you can't yet swing to him, so you either have to move up or fight. So in this case, Elka, you move up. You're close enough to attack. Would you like to swing? He doesn't mind. You don't have to.
I'd like to swing.
All right. Make an attack roll.
Okay.
So yeah, when you open up your character sheet,
just like that.
Just like that. Yeah, that's perfect. So you get an 8 as you swing your morning star at this fella, and he's going to try to bob and weave and duck out of the way, and he gets a 4. He's not able to. Roll your damage. Seven points of damage. He does have some DR, so you do smack him in the shoulder, and he kind of grunts in pain, and he'll turn on you to try to fight you. Since you just attacked, would you like to continue attacking?
Yes.
Right. So then if you'll notice on that last attack, it says weapon, Morningstar, speed 10, reach 3.
Mm-hmm.
What you're going to do is you're going to hit delay 10, because that's how long it's going to take you until you're able to get a good blow in.
Delay 10.
Delay 10.
As in, like, under the weapon.
No. When you click on Elka, the token, in the top left, it says delay. Perfect. Werlin, you're running up to attack this brigand from the side or from the rear, and everything goes dark.
Right. I think I could at least slightly recognize that Karamikos cast a spell, because I too understand this mechanic. So I will go, I don't like being here in the darkness. I don't think I could acquire a target or hit well. So I'm going to take a 90-degree turn and take a walk out of darkness. So 10 feet over here and then be done.
Okay.
I also will want to change out my short sword for my dagger. The dagger is even smaller than the short sword, so I think that's 0 seconds.
Yep. Well, the question is, are you going to sheath one of your short swords or just drop it?
I'll sheath it.
Because I believe sheathing it does take 1 second.
Okay, that's fine. I'm still just moving, so 1 second later I've moved and I put it back up, and then I pull out the dagger. Makes sense.
So this brigand here is going to fall back to walk. This brigand here that you just hit on the shoulder is going to, he has to take, so because your weapon reach is longer than his and he can't even swing at you, he's going to have to tactical move forward on this second. So he's going to have a -1 to attack and defense, but he is also going to swing at you. So he's going to have a -1 attack and he's going to swing. That's already starting. That's a natural 20 to hit you.
Oh my freak.
For a total of a 23, Elka. He did do a tactical move, so that's a -1, so it's just a 22 to hit you. So I need you to make a defense roll. All right, so you got a
Here we go.
I need you to re-roll that because you have a defense dice of a D20, and it was rolling you incorrectly. Well, you rolled a 1. That's great. So you rolled a 1. I roll a critical. Here's the damage he does.
Oh, it's like Finn's first session all over again, too.
Gosh. Well,
So he does 10 points of damage to you from just the regular hit. How much damage reduction do you have?
Under armor.
Under armor.
3.
Yep. All right. So that's a 7-point wound. And here's the critical result. You're both the same size. His attack roll was a 22. Your defense roll was a 6. And the damage is 10. Oh, that was wrong. The attack roll was 22. Your defense roll was 6. The damage was 10. Your DR is 3. And it is a piercing weapon. So he stabs you in the top of the shoulder for 2 extra damage dice. So the 2 extra damage dice are both D6s. So he does another 4 points of damage for a total of 14 points of damage.
All right,
So you're going to have,
where's my health?
On your character sheet,
Mm-hmm.
You're going to scroll down to, there's a section that's called wounds.
Oh, I see.
Yep, and add one of those. And then, did it hit you? Are you right or left-handed?
Right.
All right. Did this hit you on your right side or your left side? So which, I'm going to give you even or odd.
Right.
Right is even or right is odd?
Let's go with odd.
Odd. So odd is your right side. So it hits you on your right side. So it hits you on your right side, which is going to give you a -2 attack and a +1 speed. And a -3 to your strength until it's all healed.
Okay, sorry. What is that? Minus.
It's a -2 attack and a +1 speed and a -3 strength. But all of this will heal. So when the wound is fully healed, you'll be all fine.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So for now, though, I've lowered your strength to a 10. And under miscellaneous on your weapon profile, I've put your -2 to attack and your +1 speed.
Okay, so how far am I away from dead? I see. So I'm like 7 points from dead.
Remember though, no, you're not 7 points from dead. You have 34 maximum hit points.
Yeah.
And you took 14 points of damage, but you have 3 points of DR, so you have an 11-point wound.
I want to live, so I'm probably gonna back the fuck up now.
However,
You're not
something
from Slen.
has happened. When you got stabbed in the shoulder, it's a painful enough blow that since this was your primary hand, you dropped your Morning Star. So I lowered your initiative to the next second because on the next second, you're going to have to make the choice of, I'll just ask you now, since we're now going to second 13. He's just stabbed you in the shoulder. You dropped your weapon. What would you like to do?
Grab my weapon and run.
All right, so it'll take 1 second to pick up your weapon off the ground.
By the way, did the fumble do anything, or does that just not matter?
Oh, right. Forgot about the fumble.
These things are fun. I apologize, but they're fun.
So defensively, it's a fumble, and fumbles. If this was not the first combat of the day, we don't worry about fatigue. However, you did fumble, and when you fumble on the defense, there's a 50% chance that they get another attack.
Okay.
So, even or odd, if you choose correctly, you will not get attacked.
Odd.
Oof. So you drop your weapon, and maybe that's what happens. You go down to pick it up, and as you do, he gets a free attack on you.
No.
So I need one more defense roll. Luckily, though, that critical he hit you with doesn't give you any penalty to your defense.
I have like garbage luck. It's so crazy.
An 18, that's pretty decent. Ooh, well, a 17 will miss. So you manage to, as you're ducking down to pick up your mace, you bring your shield over to block his follow-up attack. And so he does hit your shield. So he will do shield damage. However, that's much lower than his. Yeah. So he does no. You don't roll shield damage. He rolls it.
Gotcha.
So he does 4 points of damage to your shield. However, your shield gives you 6 DR, and your studded leather gives you 3. So you have a total of 9 damage reduction against this attack. And so he only does 4 damage, and so your shield just absorbs it all.
Okay.
So since you're going to pick up your weapon, that'll take 1 second. So hit done. All right. And then this brigand here is he's out of the darkness. He can't see anything on the other side because, well, there's darkness. So he's gonna kind of move to a jogging. He's gonna jog around and kind of see what there is to see and move around this way. He's kind of moving at a like he's watching the darkness because he's worried that maybe Karamikos is following him. But he also wants to, like, he can hear fighting on the other side. So that's what he's doing there. Werlin, you see this brigand stab Elka in the shoulder. He drops his Morning Star, and you're coming up behind.
Yep, that's right. I'm going to move in, I'm going to engage, and I have a dagger, and I can backstab him. Because he's definitely not facing my direction right now.
Good.
That's true. He is going to... roughly, their goatee roughly points which direction they're facing.
Yeah, we don't have to micromanage it too much right now, but yeah.
So you're going to be behind him, and you did emerge out of that darkness after Elka had struck him, so he's definitely not watching for you. So when you're attacking someone from behind, they're going to roll a D8 for defense instead of a D20 or a D12. So make your attack, and we'll see.
Now I still gotta decide, do I want to aggressive attack with this and make sure that I hit? But he's rolling a d8, I can barely miss, but I will. I'll just go ahead and do the normal attack. I will click the dagger. That is a 12, he cannot beat it with an 8.
Well, these dice do still penetrate, so if he rolls really well, and he does get any defensive bonuses
That is true, he has a 1 in 8 chance of penetrating as opposed to a 1 in 20, so let's see.
That's true. Not good enough.
I did it.
And then I should just roll again, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just to make it fair. So I believe I have this written correctly. 2d4 penetrating on 3 instead of 4. So if I roll damage, I just rolled 2 1s.
So you leap up to backstab him and you stab him in the shoulder, like right above where his, where to stab him. You know where his heart is. You're like, oh, I'll just stab him in the back, and and it just sticks into his leather armor, and you just don't have enough strength to push it in.
Now, here's my question. With luck, I can change a roll and give it a positive modifier, right?
You cannot use luck to affect your own damage or attack rolls.
Okay, but I can affect other things. Got it. Okay, so not really much I can do. Nothing will change us, unfortunately.
You can affect
I can try it again later, though.
Your skills, your saving throws, and their attack and damage rolls, but not your own.
And I believe I will delay 7. I have no improvements on it. The dagger speed is 7, and gave it my best, everybody.
So this brigand up here has to choose who he's going to aim at. He sees he's actually going to choose to shoot at you, Werlin, because you're not using any shield, and he doesn't want to hit his buddy, and you're behind his friend, so he's going to aim at you.
He's still got a chance of hitting his friend, as we're all aware of, but we'll see what happens.
Yes, he's got a great chance. So, do you have the skill dodge?
Nope, sure don't.
All right, so he's going to just fire at you. You're going to roll a 1d20 because you're in combat and you're moving. And he's going to roll his attack roll. If it misses, we'll see where it goes.
16. This
looks a pretty good number to beat.
They've already occurred twice.
A 16, and ties go to the defender. So he has missed. So he fires at you, and you're moving too fast as you go forward to stab his friend in the back. And so he misses. We'll say even is to the kind of like the northeast of the computer screen.
To his left.
And then,
to this right, yeah.
So even is going to be right, odd is left. He misses the left. How far does he miss? Only 1 foot. So
it just slips.
He's shooting at you. He just barely misses you, and it makes sense that he just barely misses you. So I think the first person is going to be this brigand, who's also going to roll a 1d20 against it. And then if it completely misses, we'll get to Karamikos, but I'm not confident in this brigand not shooting his friend.
It probably hits a trigger.